You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. All right, Sean, here's your would you rather for this week. Here it is. Would you rather eat nothing but your kids' trick-or-treat candy for an entire week or drink nothing but pumpkin spice everything for a week?
I'd eat the sweets. Give me the sweets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do... Pumpkin spice is okay.
Yeah.
Once a year. After that, I'm take it or leave it. I don't know. I like the smell more than I like the taste.
That's accurate, for sure. Give me that pumpkin pie smell type thing. I'm down with that. Man, this is tough because you would really be like sick to your stomach by the time you were done. I mean, you'd probably just live off of like minimal amount of candy for the last 3 or 4 days. That's what I think. Like the minimal amount you could need for calories.
Yeah. Your teeth would hurt as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, but we get a lot of like chewy, like wham bars and like really heavy nugget kind of things. Or nougat. Yeah, I like saying that word, just in case you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I think I would eat the trick or treat candy, but man, that would be rough. The pumpkin spice everything for a week. Oh no. Can you have pumpkin spice iced tea? I don't know. Probably. Would it taste good? Probably not. I'd just probably drink a lot of hot tea because I have a feeling I'd like pumpkin spice hot tea, but I'd still get sick and tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't eat like pumpkin spice water. But you can't even do that, can you? It's just...
I don't think so. You could do anything.
I am sweating in the gym, and the only thing I have to drink is pumpkin spice water. Nice.
So nasty. Yeah, but you're gonna get done with the gym, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, well, some more trawler worms, I guess. I'm gonna eat some more. Sean's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Duh.
Yeah. All the mini Snickers I could eat.
Why did you just describe my normal gym session? I don't understand.
Goodness sake. Get home from the gym and usually devour about 4 or 5 Oreos while I make my like chicken salad balance.
Have you tried putting them together? An Oreo chicken salad? Try everything once.
No. This is true. I did try Ribena and Coke today, so you know.
What is Ribena?
Ribena is like a blackcurrant cordial kind of thing.
Okay, how was it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Was it their new flavor?
Like
is it
Coke.
like a flavor that they have? Like the they always have these like one-off
flavors. We
We
have Ribena in the house and we had Coke, and I didn't want.
Oh, you literally made
it. Of Ribena, but yeah, I didn't want to make a full like glass of Ribena, and I equally didn't want to just drink Coke. I was like, I want something that tastes a bit different, so I mixed them together. And I was like, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
I've one other one. This one's like, I don't know. But would you rather your kids pick a super embarrassing group costume like Teletubby Family or have them all go rogue with uncoordinated chaos costumes?
I like uncoordinated chaos because I like to see what they're into this year. Like Logan's is Harry Potter this year.
Okay.
I think Emily's going as a clown, but it's always interesting to see what they're wanting to pull out from their repertoire of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. We'll talk about this more on a later episode, but we always do a family costume, although we're struggling, and we have an event that kind of is really killing the vibe because it's right in the middle of one of our bigger downtown trick or treat days, but so we like to go together. But it's always fun to listen to the kids and everybody at Nix's all the costumes. So that's kind of the current thing. I will just say this: we were gonna go as emojis, and I was like, I love the idea.
Oh yeah.
And Becca's like, cool, you're in? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally in. She's like, that's so great. And I was like, FYI,
Who's the chocolate ice cream this time?
I'm the poop emoji. That's what I told her. And she's like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean no? You wanted to be emojis. I said yes. Now what? You're forbidding me from choosing my own emoji? How could be worse? I could be an eggplant. You want me to be an eggplant?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
And she said yes. But I was like, no, I don't think you understand entirely what the eggplant stands. And she's like, oh, no, I don't
think if she works in a school, I'm gonna say if she works in a school, I'm pretty certain she does know what the eggplant emoji is.
Yeah, she works with like second and third graders. So.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, no. So, anyways, that's that. There's your would you rather for this week. So
I'll tell you what, I can come back.
Go ahead.
I can come back at you with a dad joke.
Oh yeah, hit me.
Yeah. Why can't you use beef stew as a password?
I don't know.
Because it's not strong enough.
I like it. It's not strong enough.
There we go. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we did the this is forever ago. This was pulling way back before Game Pass News, where we did the could you got a point if you made the other person laugh? Do you remember that?
We should bring that back one time.
I think
that'd be brilliant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We should get a group of a group of people to do that. Mm-hmm. That'd be quite good.
Yeah,
like a challenge episode.
Mm-hmm.
When it takes all.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. What have you been doing this week?
Well, as you can see, for anybody that watches any little bits of videos that we do put up, and they might ask the question of why Sean suddenly got two big pieces of black craft paper sticking out of his head and a dog that is obsessed with staring stuff still. We have decorated the house. We are ready for Halloween. There's a few decorations that didn't make it this year, like the giant 8-foot spider that usually hangs down from the ceiling in the hallway. Was no longer a spider because it didn't have enough legs. It didn't store very well this time. And it kind of got stuck with all the jelly blood that we put on the windows. We have these that just stick to the windows. It got mixed up in all those, and as we were separating it, the legs came off, and we also tore bits of the jelly blood. So a couple of other bits like the cheesecloth ghosts that Lindsay made with a PVA glue spray. They, for whatever reason, just went really soft and they just flattened back out. So I don't know if they liked the environment of being in the garage. So we're in the market to buy some new ones. Nice. I've been looking around. I want something that will make the kids jump as they come in the house or come up to the door on Halloween. So I was looking for stuff like that, and one of those projectors. But I equally know if I have one of those projectors that's sat at the end of the drive, it'll just get taken. So
yeah, I hear you there. I've always wanted to get one of the hands that come out of the candy when the kids try to grab it.
Yeah,
that's always
the one I like at the moment. Is these doorbells that you press, and when they press the doorbell, they have to reach through the mouth of a skeleton or a pumpkin, and they press the doorbell, and this pretend spider pops down onto the hand.
Oh, that's so good.
So
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't got much decoration up at the moment at all. Life's just been too crazy. But maybe Becca's on fall break starting today. So maybe we'll work on some of that this weekend. So
but no, other than that, I worked Monday. I begged to try and work Tuesday because Christmas is coming. So extra money is always nice for Christmas. But that didn't happen. So Tuesday, what did I do Tuesday? I think I went to the gym. Tuesday was a heavy gym day. I went and did my crazy strength class. I did that Tuesday morning after the school run. Ran a few errands and then went back and met Joe at the gym to do some lifting. And then kind of got home and showered and went back and did the school run. Yesterday I took my I took my dad to the hospital. He's got a couple of things going on at the moment, so he's back and forth for some tests. So did that yesterday, did the same today. and then I cleaned the car, which we're still under a hosepipe ban. So I did it in a very interesting way. I took all my cleaning stuff to the car wash and used their pressure washer with all my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me that you can't use a hose pipe, but like you can still go to a car wash and use water there.
Yeah, it's classed as a business. So
Okay.
like even the hand car washers that you can drive through, they're allowed to operate because they're a business. And you can use a hose pipe, even though we've had mass amounts of rain just recently. You can use a hose pipe for like livestock. So if somebody's got like
Yeah, that's fair.
koi ponds and stuff in the back
Okay.
garden, they can fill those and things like that. But I could wash my car on the drive. I just have to walk around to the back of the house to fill it up from the same tap that my hose would connect to, and then walk the bucket to the front of the house.
This sounds like a very government rule, just like something we would
Yeah,
do.
it is.
Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I do guess I understand. You're apt to not use as much water if you have to fill a bucket than if you could just like let it roll from the hose, right? So I guess I can
Yeah.
understand that part. I mean, my kids clean the van and they usually don't shut off the water at all, and it's like there's a river in the street by the time it's done. I'm like, very good, thank you for that. So yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I've been playing Skate because their first battle pass style thing came out, which has upset a few people because they've decreased the amount of experience you get for certain challenges, and then they heavily locked a lot of the stuff that you can unlock under the season pass under the premium one, and at the same time they've it's hard to unlock all of them because the challenges currently are working. There's glitches with some of the challenges that aren't quite triggering what they should trigger and stuff like that in terms of completing tasks. So there's a few fixes to come, but I'm enjoying it. They've added a lot more stuff in and around the city of San Amsterdam, which is good fun. Lots of new and interesting ramps and ways to do things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We had an incident with Rex and Logan where Rex charged past Logan on the stairs and like basically ran through his face.
Oh no!
And he ended up bust his lip. Because he's got like snaggled teeth at the moment. Because like when kids start to first lose their teeth, and like they'll lose one, then they lose four, and they kind of look like kind of snaggly. So he's got like 1.5 teeth at the front, and I think as Rex has gone past him, he's kind of hit the bottom of his jaw up, and it's gone into like the one tooth that's grown through already. So
no fun.
Yeah, lots of screaming, a little tiny bit of blood. Managed to calm him down, and then he was like, I want to see it. And I was like, you really want to see it? He's like, I want to see it. And I was like, okay. So I took a pic, like held his lip out, took a picture of it, and showed him it. He started crying, I don't like it.
Did he have a fat lip?
What do you want me to? No, we kind of, I let it, once it stopped bleeding, I said to him, well, once I'm happy that it's not going to just randomly start bleeding again. You can have an ice lolly, and that'll like take the swelling away. And he did. He was like,
cool.
Like half an hour later, can I have the ice lolly now? I was like, let's wait a little bit longer, just in case. So,
oh man,
but yeah,
that's a bummer. Ariel
what about
lost
you?
a tooth this week. So yeah, it's one of
What's
those
the going
that was
rate for a
stuck.
tooth?
Go ahead, sorry.
What's the going rate for a tooth from the tooth fairy nowadays?
Oh, over here it's $1. Over here in this house it's $1. Now I don't know. I talk to some kids that get $5. Some kids even get more than that. We apparently have a pretty cheap fairy, but I mean that's I don't know. Luck of the draw for some of those kids, I suppose. That's all I got to say about that. So it's okay though because my mom likes to play the Yaya fairy because that's the kids call her Yaya, and so they get like $5 a tooth from her. So I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Fairy only gives $1. I guess you got to go to Yaya to get the big dollars. So there it is. So, but it was a
Logan has
deal because she was like, "Oh, it hurts. But
Oh.
I want to pull it out, but it hurts." I mean, when I say ordeal, it wasn't. It was an ordeal manufactured by her. There was nothing wrong here. All it had to do was be like, it was attached to a bit of skin and it had to get yanked. But she was like, she would not eat on that side of her like mouth, basically. And I was like, "Sis, it needs to come out. It obviously needs." "No, it doesn't. It's not ready yet." I was like, "I think it probably is. Like that thing's doing backflips."
It's not ready yet. It's
Yeah.
just flopping around.
Yeah. She's like, when she talks, it's like, you know, it's like flipping around. I was like, "Yeah, I think it's probably ready." And she's like, "No, no." And then finally she asked Mom to do it, and Mom yanked it out. So, and like I said, by yanked it out, I mean pulled it, and there's a little bit of blood, and she was like, "See, I told you it wasn't ready. Look at all the blood." And then like 2 seconds later,
I love it.
I'm like, "It's not bleeding anymore."
I equally love it and hate it when they're so dramatic about blood. It's like I completely understand that you like. I'm the same. I like to keep it inside of me. It's
Right.
a nice place to have it. It's very useful. But equally, you know, some things happen where you may or may not bleed. So you know, put some big pants on and deal with it. But
Yeah.
Logan's last one was interesting because I had to like. He was like he wanted it to come out, and he was like, "This is coming out." And he'd just sit there in front of me and he's like ragging it. And I'm like, so I looked at it and I was like, "Well, the way you're doing it, it's just never going to come out. Let me have a look at it." So he tilted his head back and I was like, I just grabbed hold of it and I was like, "Oh, what's that over there?" And as he turned his head, I twisted it as well. And it just, boink.
Way to go, Dad. That's awesome.
I wanted to do the whole Nerf gun thing and like tie a piece of string to the Nerf bullet and twist it, but he wouldn't let me do it. He was like, "It'll hurt too much." I was like,
Noah probably would have let me do it when he got old. Now that he's older, but he's only got one left. He's only got one left to lose, and it's a molar in the back. So,
ooh.
I felt like for a period of time last year, Noah was just like, I didn't know if he had any teeth left. I was like, "No, are you like, are there still teeth left in your mouth?" Because he'd be like eating, he'd be like, "I lost a tooth," and then he'd come home and he'd be like, "Here's another one," and I'm like, "What? Where are they?" Like, how many teeth do you
just
have?
Getting them from the other kids.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just was like, it just seemed to continually be piling up. I was like, it's kind of gross. How many teeth do you got? So, but now he apparently only has one left, so says the orthodontist. So, and then we get to go back for Invisaligns. Yay, says my wallet.
So where do you put the tooth for the fairy to come and get it?
They have these little like Yaya made it for him. So these little tooth pillows. So you put the tooth in the tooth pillow under your pillow, and then the fairy comes and does her thing, I guess. I don't know. Whatever that looks like.
We built Logan has this little like green and golden treasure chest that his sister gave him when she was cleaning her room out. And he usually keeps like his precious stones in there. So when he lost his first tooth, I was like, "Why don't we put it in the treasure chest so you can put it on your Lego building table, and like we'll build a little stand for the treasure chest out of the Lego."
Smart.
So now every time he loses a tooth, there's just this great ceremony where we have to build an altar for the treasure chest for the tooth fairy to come.
This is so good. Man, that is fantastic. Becca, where she goes to school, if you lose a tooth, they used to give these little like treasure boxes. They were just these little plastic things that had like little, I don't know, some type of padding in the bottom. They'd put the tooth in and they'd be like, "Look, blah blah blah." They had to stop doing it because kids were just like ripping teeth out to get the treasure chest. Becca said they were like, she was like, "I lost a tooth." She was like, "Well, you get it in a treasure chest." "I get a treasure chest." So then the next day she's all like yanking on teeth. Becca's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm trying to get another tooth out, Mrs. Metzger, because I want another treasure chest." She was like, "Okay, I think we need to not do the treasure chests anymore."
Kids will do anything for just something that they think is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, this is not like some wooden ordained box. It's just like this little plastic. I mean, it's not just like a little plastic thing that opens up. So funny, but so no treasure chests anymore, so that kids don't just try knocking teeth out just to get one. Like, "Come on, Billy, punch me right here." It's okay, I won't tell.
I said to him that I was going to use the car to take one of his teeth out. I like showed him the video of when they did it on Jackass with with the Lamborghini and the guy sat in the chair. That was a no as well. He was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
not doing it. I was like, oh, but look, it works so well.
People are
But yeah,
so
no.
so good. That's fantastic. So yeah, so there was a tooth out. Becca's on vacation. That's cool. Let's see. I won't go in deep detail because I think we're going to go into it in the dad topic a bit more. But there's picture day today, which is always a thing. And so let's see. It's a little about gaming. I'm deep into ground. Oh, it's actually last night. So I'm like, let me just go and see if I can get this one disc. There are these discs you have to get in Grounded. And so it started out real simple. Like I was just like going up this trash can on these like branches to get to the top, and then I entered this thing. I don't know if I'm in the end game, Sean, or what, which is sad if I am. But I mean, I died. But I got to like this final boss person, and she killed me. But I was like, or what I think is like a final boss. I don't know. Maybe if I try to kill her and I get her health down enough, she'll just like leave, and you know how those things go. But I didn't get her health down at all. She just like murdered me right away. But it took like to get to her, man, it took like an hour and a half of just like going through hallways and solving puzzles, which is one of my favorite parts about Grounded. I love the crafting. I love the survival. I love how you start like a lawn mite can kill you, and then all of a sudden you're fighting like orb weavers and you're just like mauling down bugs. I love that whole feeling. I also love that there are these moments where it's just like full on puzzles and exploration and mazes to try to get to the objective you need to get to. Those are I just think it's great. And I was in one of those, but man, it just kept going and going and going. And I finally ended up dying, so now I need to try to get up back to the top, which I think I unlocked some shortcuts, so it should be easier. But now I gotta try to get back up to the top to get my backpack because it's literally like chock full of all the good stuff. So. But I do appreciate how they do it. They drop a backpack, and you have like 10 essential, what I guess they would call like in your pockets items. So
Yeah.
those in your pockets items come back with you to your base when you respawn, which I think is a very nice quality of life thing over like a Minecraft, right? Where everything just kind of like, it feels like somebody like planted TNT inside of you and then blew it up when you die in Minecraft, and everything goes like in a 30 square radius area, and you're like, oh my god, I don't think I'm ever gonna be fine doing that. So anyways, but there's that. On the other side of video games, Sean, I would like to talk a little bit about Xbox. I don't know.
Game Pass.
Yeah, and Game Pass. They're
Yeah.
up to $39 now for Ultimate. Is that what it, or is it 30? 30.
29. If it was $29.99.
$29.99. Okay, $29.99. Sean,
Yeah.
everything keeps going up. The brand's not super great. They keep pushing all the good crap back. Xbox, to bring it into like the dad life, Xbox feels like when you watch your kid play sports and they're out on their own and they just keep making mistakes, and you like love them to death and you want them to do good, but you just feel really bad for them because you're like, oh man, they're trying their best, but oh shit, they just can't do it, you know? Like they're just really struggling. You want to go out there and like give them a big old hug, but you can't do that because they signed up for this and they got to learn this lesson. That's where I feel I'm with Xbox right now. I'm like, I just want to give you a big old hug, Xbox, because you really screwing up a lot.
Very good analogy, because because you look at Sony, and Sony like at one point looked like they were doing the completely wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I like talk to people that own a PlayStation, it's like it's a pretty good deal. I think that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am too buried into Xbox in terms of all my games are usually like all digital, so I'd struggle to go to a different system. And then we have like Nintendo with the Switch 2, an amazing lineup of stuff. It's not ridiculously expensive to have the NSO plan to do, to like have the nostalgia fact of everything. But just with the Xbox thing is, and I was literally having this conversation with my dad today in the car. They don't have enough variation of big titles. It's like they either have a racing game, a first person shooter, a third person shooter, a first person shooter but with demons, or like a load of indie games, which they have had some bangers of indie
Mm-hmm.
games. I went through the list today of games looking at them because I was interested in what they've brought across with the EA and Ubisoft stuff. And like Tunic was still in there, and I was like, oh, that was an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'd have paid £30 just for Tunic. So, you know, that held its money. But I'm equally finding it hard. I'm waiting to see what happens to my price because I'm still only paying $14.99 a month at the
Okay.
moment, which I shouldn't be for Ultimate because as far as I'm aware, Ultimate's like $21.99, so it should be 22 a month. So I'm waiting to see if, like, with the next increase, do I just go from 14 to 22, or do I go from 14 to 29? And if I go from 14 to 29, there will be no way I am even
Mm-hmm.
thinking about keeping. I would just be like, nope, done. If for whatever reason I'm grandfathered across that, I just keep paying the 14.99 because I've had Game Pass from day one when it was like 99 pence extra a month on top of your gold membership. Then I will probably keep it because it's 14.99 a month. I need the online multiplayer thing to play stuff like if I want to play Call of Duty, if I want to play this year's Call of Duty, it's almost worth keeping given the price of the game and stuff. So I'm very much on the fence,
Mm-hmm.
waiting to see what happens next. So
Yeah, it's just like I was pricing it out. So I bought all the games I care about. And really, for me, it was just Minecraft and Grounded 2, but Noah's into Madden. And we were able to get Madden 26, by the way. We were playing Madden 25 on Game Pass. We got Madden 26 for like $45, which is dumb, but it's just what they do. They discount it like pretty much 2 days after they drop those things nowadays. And so the games I want don't cost that much. So it was like we paid $80 all in for all three games. The way I play games, be playing those games for a good long time. I get my it won't cost $80. And you're right, like possibly in like next month if we do Extra Life and we want to hang out and play, then I'll have to pop for the $9.99 essentials. But I don't play online enough to like. I mean, I think that's the point where I'm at. It's just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna start getting it when I need it, if I really want it, right? And so it's like
yeah,
that's what I think I'm gonna do. And so,
I mean, if you want to play things like anything by Epic, that's free to play. So
mm-hmm,
and you use their service, so you
mm-hmm.
don't need to have Xbox Gold for that.
Yeah,
You only need Xbox Gold if you want to do like I think voice chat. It used to be if you wanted to do voice chat. I can't remember if it's any different one, but you can link your Discord account to it and just use Discord.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but I mean, like, if we
that's
want,
one
if
way of doing
for
it.
Extra Life we want to play like Split Fiction or Grounded 2 or something like that, I'll have to pop for the $10 service. That's fine. But we don't do that, but like once every 3 or 4 months. I mean, we don't get online and play
Yep.
together that often. So it's like, well, why spend $40 to do it one time every 3 or 4 months, you know? And so for me, it just doesn't make sense anymore. And it used to be like, well, I got access to these games and they're kind of fun, and sometimes I'll just pop into one or the other. But the price is at a point now to where it's like, nah, it doesn't make sense. And I'll be real transparent. I don't think Microsoft knows how they want to handle this, but at the moment, I was only going to pay $20, like 22 with tax, but $22 for Game Pass Ultimate. I don't know if it was going to go up the month after that. There have been rumors that you're grandfathered in. That the new price is only for new subscribes
Members.
members. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. But they haven't specifically, I don't think, said one way or another. So I hemmed and hawed a bit of like, well, I don't know, do I want to stick around? And I thought, no, I really don't. $20 is still more than I want to pay a month. More than is probably worth it for me. And I think the problem
Yeah,
is
and
like, go ahead.
if you want to add up like just to keep it so we're not leading into bashing Xbox
Heck yeah, let's do it.
horrifically, because
I'm just kidding.
if you bring in things like Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, you guys have Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
um, Paramount. So it's 6 different subscription services. And then if you pay for YouTube per the music, or if you pay for
Mm-hmm.
YouTube just because you don't want to watch adverts all the time, Spotify, Apple Music, that's 9 different subscriptions, all ranging from £10 a month to £20 a month. That's a lot of money. So to
Mm-hmm.
add an extra layer of, an extra $10 or £10 on top of that just to play games, and you usually end up playing the same circle of games anyway. I
Right.
mean, my current rotation is Skate, which is a free to play game, Borderlands 4, which I paid for, and Fortnite with the kids, which again is a free to play game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's two things as I look at Xbox. Two kind of major issues that happen here. One, um, they took a service that was pretty cool and maybe sustainable at some level, and they were like, we need more subscribers to make the money we want. And the only way they could think to get the subscribers to make the money they wanted was to shovel more content on the service. But the problem was the more you shovel content on the service, the more subscribers you need to make the money that you want to make. And it's just this endless cycle of like, I gotta put more stuff in here. No, it doesn't. And then all of a sudden, as they were shoving content into this thing, I think they looked back and they were like, oh crap, we haven't gained any more subscribers. And now we probably tripled the cost of this service, if not way more than that, from what, back in 2015. Probably way more than that, I bet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, they should have just stuck to the regular deal. And I really wonder if they're gonna look back and regret their Activision purchase. I just wonder if they're gonna be like, oh, that was not great.
I think with the new price rise, yes. I think if they could have kept it at the price it was at after the Activision thing went through, probably not. But now it's just too much. It's too much in the current economic state of the world. Everything's too expensive. What we're earning isn't covering what we already need and want for the most part. So, people buy a console and have a console as a privilege. Like, it's
Mm,
not one of those things that's a given. People will save up and spend for it. They then don't want to be thinking, well, do I want to have Game Pass this month, or shall I heat the house, or shall I feed the kids? It's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
it's one of those where I am literally the first. I think it's the end of this month. If the price goes that leaves my bank is the full $29.99, I will cancel straight away. That'll be
Mm. Yeah, it
game over.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's interesting. I do not want to be the doomsayer of Xbox. I do think they're kind of in a Wii U era of Nintendo. In the sense of like, are they gone? Are they dead? Well, no, they'll probably always have software. Is their hardware dead? I don't know. It's not 100%. They could make some good decisions and move stuff the right way, just like Nintendo did. But I do think they're in a spot where if they don't make good decisions, then maybe their hardware stuff is done. And
There's
releasing
a
a
generation of
$1,000 handheld, that just all that does is make Nintendo's the one that everybody was complaining about, Nintendo's $550 handheld. And I know it's bigger and better in many a way. I get that. But still, like, you got to look at that and be like, oof. Oh, but wait, don't forget, if you really want to get the full use, you then have to pony up every year another $360.
yeah,
I don't know, man.
and that's what I was gonna say. The In the price rise, they've killed a generation of console because the Series S is just dead in the water for me on that. In terms of most people had a Series S because they were like, well, I can just play all these digital games that I can download and use, and I can cycle through them. I can pick them back up, and because of the catalog, the back catalog of games that's there, it's fantastic. But now people are probably looking at it going, well, I'm gonna play my free to play stuff that I don't need a membership for with Xbox. Game Pass is too expensive for what there is there. Yes, I could have the new Call of Duty, but I don't want to pay £360 for the Call of Duty. I'll just pay the $79.99 as it comes out on day one. So yeah, they have shot themselves in the foot big time. Will there be a rethink of it? I can never see a company ever going back on the price rise ever. So
Yeah, I mean,
they would have to drop. They would have to drop EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, and probably the Fortnite Crew edition part of the deal for any of it to drop the price. So
what they'd have to do is they do one and two. They can't get rid of they can't get rid of the name Game Pass because it is such a moniker now. They'd have to totally retool, and that's what I think they tried to do. They're gonna have to totally retool the subscription levels. And I think you're right. Ditch some of these like EA Plays and Ubisoft Pluses and all this stuff, and get rid of some of this junk. And I think they're kidding themselves if they think this tagline of "you get $100 in rewards if you're on Ultimate." Nobody wants to go. Don't make me jump through hoops. I'd rather you give me $25 out of the gate. Just give me a $25 certificate if I sign up for a year of your Ultimate. That would mean more to me than giving me $100 if I play every day and I remember to unlock the redeem the points and do the thing. It sounds awful. Like, what are you doing? You should be paying me to do your stupid rewards at this point. Like, I don't know, man. They'd have to retool it and then just maybe. What if they got rid of Ultimate altogether? Like, they just were like, no, that's just not a thing. Day one games, just not a thing. I mean, that's what the rest of the business is doing, right? The rest of the business is like, hey, listen, we're not giving them to you day one. PlayStation does what, a year out, I think, or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that because if you look at it, like, their secondary service isn't horrible. What is it, like $15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim from the Nintendo Days made a really good point in their Xbox subsection in their Discord chat. Is what if they tied this price with, you hired the console kind of thing was included in this price?
Didn't they do that? Didn't you sign up for that with the X?
No.
Ultimate Access or something like that? You did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I looked into it, but it was too the console wasn't available at the time. Under it. You had to it was just a ridiculous waiting period. But yeah, if they did that for £30 a month, if I was to have access to all those games online and the console, that's not too bad of a deal because £360 is less than what I paid for the Series X. So
yeah, but they can't do that. They raised the price on the console because they're not making money as it is on the console. That's the problem. They're just screwed all the way around. Like and I think the real problem, like not the real problem, but I think Nadella, Microsoft's president or CEO or both, whatever he is looking at Phil and saying, "Man, I got nothing more to float your way. Like, your department has to make its own money. So do what you got to do. But I'm done." Like, Microsoft as a company, yes, has the money to continue to float Xbox, but ain't happening anymore. Like, we've been writing checks and we ain't seeing nothing. I don't know, but that's what I really think is Phil's hit a brick wall on the like blank check of Microsoft at this point. And it's like, raise your prices, make some money. That's the gig.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. The next 12 months will say a lot. If for whatever reason they start chucking lots of really crap day one games at people just to make it worth the price, then they're panicking.
Mm-hmm.
If they sit back and kind of drip feed AAA games day one that they've kind of sourced kind of thing, and it's not coming in floods and floods, that they're not panicking because people are still paying it. So
yeah,
that for me is the way forward.
I think they're already panicking.
Yeah, I know. When the subscription part of your website dies literally the day after you announce the prize rise,
Yeah.
you know you've done a bad thing.
I mean, the problem is it might be a necessary thing. Like it's a tough call, but what's the difference? What's the difference? Like if they really lost as many subscribers as I would imagine it would take to make your subscription cancellation page crash. Well, I don't know. Did they?
Yeah.
Are they going to end
If you,
up at
if
a
you suddenly go
zero-sum
from
game? Is it like, well, we're back where we were?
if you suddenly go from 32 million subscribers to 20 million subscribers, that outweighs the price cost, right? And you kind of go, oh man.
Yeah, they're chasing profitability, right? They're like, listen, guys, there's only 20 million of you left, so now we have to raise it to like 50, okay? And then they like lose 10 million more. They're like, listen, guys, now we gotta raise it to 70 because sure, all we got. There's like one dude. We were paying it all, pal.
Yeah, you just paid for Activision.
$30,000 a month. Have fun. That's not even getting us out of profitability. Not getting us to profit.
Like if you buy Game Pass, we'll send you a free car.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It really is. I think they're in a rough space. I hope they can pull their way out of it. I'd like to see Phil pull the way out of it. Just because I like the guy. I think he's good. But I will say there have been so many misses. I'll be surprised if he's around for a whole lot longer. I think a new face to kind of come in and be like, and do that thing that, sucks as a CEO to have to do, but be like, hey, listen, I got this, right? Maybe they need a Reggie to come in and be like, listen, I'm going to kick butt and take names. I got this for you guys. We're going to make it good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
The only other thing that's stopping me from getting rid of it is the little 23 badge that I have next to my name on my profile, which marks how many years I've been a member of Xbox.
Oh,
Online.
really? Of Game Pass?
Yeah. Not of Game Pass, but of like owning an Xbox Gold account.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know that.
So that's how many years I've been 23 years of.
Yeah, I get you.
Online member.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, if I add that up, that's a lot of money.
Let's not do that, Sean. That's only gonna make you sad.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's already done that. This is a fake smile.
Anyways, sorry I took up all the time talking about Xbox, but it's been on my mind
No,
ever since it came out. I was just like, man, I don't know.
Well, no, there's a lot. There is a lot to it because you if you want to loop it back to being on point for a dad podcast rather than a gaming podcast, is you have to look at how much money is going out and what you're getting back from it in worth wise, and we do that with everything. So you wouldn't go to a barber once a week to have your hair cut and have him charge you $20 every time you go there, and you walk away thinking, God, my hair looks crap. Like, I need to stop using this guy, but you can't because you feel bad because you've used him forever. He's just recently hiked his prices up, and for whatever reason, he's doing a really sloppy job. You wouldn't think twice about turning around and going, nope, not doing that again.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same as this. You look at what you're getting in, and you'd be teaching Noah and Ariel exactly the same thing. So you look at the cost of stuff to what you're getting back. It's a good teaching point. So if we pay for 2 of them, so Jay's will be going up as well as mine. So that'll soon get stopped.
Yeah. That's I didn't think about that. That's crazy. But yeah. So that's Xbox. They're trying to do their thing. They'll never go away. I don't think Xbox will ever go away. I do wonder, well, I should have said never. There's always the potential that Microsoft's like, sell it all, see what you can get, sayonara. But I don't think they'll do that. I think worst case scenario, they'll become a developer and put their games on other consoles. That would be the absolute worst case scenario. I don't think they're there. They could make, like I said, some really good decisions. in the end of the Wii U era. That's what everybody said that Nintendo was going to do, right? They were done for. They sucked. It was over. They didn't know how to make good consoles. Their time was done. Mario was coming to Xbox and PlayStation because that was all Nintendo had left. And here we are. So,
yeah. So, fair enough. Well, yeah. I don't want. There's nothing else I can say about the situation other than each to their own. If you're paying it, then I hope you get what you want out of it. But
yeah, the value is there. If you can play 400 plus games, you got the value. Like if I can't and don't want to, both of those things. I've been stuck on Grounded for 3 months. So it's just like
been grounded, ungrounded.
Yeah. And so it's like, the stuff is there. It's worth its weight if you can get it out. If you have the time and effort, and that's a thing. It's just I don't.
If they turn this into a family plan, so if the Ultimate was included in a family plan, I would continue to pay it because I just cancelled Jay's. I'm already paying 2 lots of $14.99 a month, so I might as well pay the £30 a month and have 2 people be able to use it. That would be ideal. But when we were Game Pass News, we were constantly saying, "No, the family plan needs to hurry up and get here," and it never appeared. So.
No, wasn't it Ireland that had it?
And like Egypt or something like that, completely random in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I think Ireland and Egypt had it, and they looked at their balance sheet at the end of the year, and they were like, "Well, guys, we lost a lot of money in Ireland and Egypt. Just think how much money we would lose if we brought it to something like the U.S. or something like that, or the Greater Europe. That would really be the end of it."
So let's not do that. Let's just raise the price and lose everybody anyway.
Yeah, I think they were like, I think Phil came out and was like, "Yeah, that project sunsetted. We're going to take a good look at the data and we'll figure out what we want to do from there." And I think they figured out what they wanted to do there, which was scrap the family plan. Call it a day. Yeah. No good. So, anyways.
So just to loop back before, have you got any plans with the autumn break for you and Becca?
No. Go to soccer games. Actually, I'm building a ramp tomorrow. Not with Becca. Just I have a ramp to build tomorrow. So I'll be not tomorrow. Saturday. Sorry. I got my days mixed up. So I'll be building a ramp this weekend and going to at least one soccer game, maybe more. And I think that's about that's what we're gonna do. No plans over here. Although hopefully soon, I think I mentioned it was I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it was our 15th anniversary. And yeah. So hopefully soon we'll be getting I just dawned on me that I remember this. So hopefully soon we'll be getting our rings back. So I'm excited about that. I can say this because Becca's not listening. I actually want to get the kids dressed up. I'm not going to get in a tux or anything, but I'll maybe wear a tie, something like that. That's about as good as I get. And when she comes in, propose to her again with the ring. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. So, but that won't happen.
Cool.
Whenever I get the rings back, it's kind of what I'm thinking.
You should definitely do that.
Okay. Thanks. I will. I'll do it.
Yeah. That would earn some serious husband points.
Yeah, I'm looking for husband points.
How we all. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, thanks very much for listening to this. I don't know how long we've gone. We
we're 47
into a world of talking.
Whatever. I mean,
so join us for the second episode this week. Where we're going to be discussing a couple of things, like how our Saturdays go, do we divide and conquer the shopping, and our children's fashion choices. Do we or do we not agree with them? So,
all right, guys. Well, see you later.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over, because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.